The secret side of me, I never let you see. I keep it caged, but I can't control it. So stay away from me, the beast is ugly. I feel the rage and I just can't hold it. It's scratching on the walls, in the closet, in the halls. It comes awake and I can't control it. Hiding under the bed, in my body, in my head. Why won't somebody come and save me from this? Make it end. I feel it deep within, it's just beneath the skin. I must confess that I feel like a monster. I hate what I've become, the nightmare's just begun. I must confess that I feel like a monster. I feel like a monster. I feel like a monster. It's hiding in the dark, its teeth are razor sharp. There's no escape for me, it wants my soul, it wants my heart. No one can hear me scream, maybe it's just a dream. Maybe it's inside of me. Stop this monster. I feel it deep within, it's just beneath the skin. I must confess that I feel like a monster. I hate what I've become, the nightmare's just begun. I must confess that I feel like a monster. I feel it deep within, it's just beneath the skin. I must confess that I feel like a monster. I gotta lose control, it's something radical. I must confess that I feel like a monster.
White flag waves. Come on, Dino, bring it home. Dino can hear him yelling. He sees the checkered flag waving. He gets it done.
Works his way off turn number 4. Down here across the stripe. Jack hit. Will get your win.
Clevenger wins at the Lanier National Speedway. Checkered flag wave. Give it to Putt Putt.
Final lap. Here we go. Drag race down the backstretch. Or who's it going to be? They're so tight coming here off the lead. And it's going to be, holy crap, it's going to be Verstappen. Dean Reynolds down here through 3 and 4. Coming up off, looking good and clean. He will get the win here at Lernerville. Patrick Spangler working off of 4. He will get your win here tonight at Lanier. That 280 and Jeff Sharp trying to close in on the 72.
Get there, checkered flag wave. William Watson holds on.
Yo, 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 tune in, don't miss Shaggy TV, hit him with the twist. Gang on deck, let's pick up the pace. Remote in hand, it's a cartoon race. Where are you, Shaggy TV? Catch the vibes, come roll with me. Jinkies, yeah, it's action-packed. Scooby snacks and a mystery crack. Flip the channel, hit the screen. Velma's got the clues, keep it clean. Fred in the whip, Daphne looking mean. Shaggy on the snacks, munching every scene. Zoinks, got ghosts in the room. Monsters lurk, smell the cartoon fumes. Fog thicker than my uncle's perfume. Solve it quick, then straight to the tune. Where are you, Shaggy TV? Catch the vibes, come roll with me. Jinkies, yeah, it's action-packed. Scooby snacks and a mystery crack. Spooky vibes with the laugh on top. Masked villains, every case non-stop. Trapdoor falls, but the plan don't flop. To the laugh track, tick tock, tick tock.
We are live on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. I'm Zach Chapman with Shaggy TV, ready to bring you a little Thursday Night Thunder. First up is our Hawks Garage 358 Modifieds, followed by our Expert Insulation Big Block Modifieds, but some drivers may choose to stay out there and continue to play in the small block. I don't know what the odds of that will be here at this racetrack. If we'll get people, wanting to play around and having maybe a little extra grip, not having all that oomph that the big block has, but we'll see right now. 21 drivers have put in a time. There are 23 drivers in the session. 2 drivers have not put in a lap time. Let's see, who do we got? Putt just pulled off. We got Brian Moore Sr. rolling around on by. He's in Group 1, currently P3 for the double nickel. Ooh, Ryland Banks. He either had a wild ride or decided to go off down to pit road. Either way, that's where he ends up. William Watson pulling out on the racetrack in the 23 machine. Is 6:58, so we're about well, you see it there, 31:40 left in practice. When we get close to that 30-minute mark, that'll probably be the advance time. Let's see here. Adam Flieger getting out a couple laps on the racetrack. He'll be your announcer for the C&G Drywall Services. There might be G&G. Sorry, that's Adam's deal. So if I fumbled that one, I think it is G&G Drywall Services. Let's go back over to the busier room here. The strut, Mike Weeda out on the racetrack in the 066. Inching closer for your Hawks Garage qualifying, or Hawks Garage 358 modified qualifying. I guess I should say what we're in here first. But it's coming up, and, well, you know, qualifying is really going to matter here, but maybe per se not in the way that you think. I don't know how racy the track is right now. Lots of cars. We'll have to see what it looks like in heat race number 1, but I think a lot of these guys know, and a lot of these guys will try to, how do I say this? Play the game. You know, 23 cars. We should have 3 heat races, so if you could qualify yourself, what is that? Do the math here. 3 heat races, so P4 would be second. P8 would be third. So 12th, 13th, or 14th would be the money invert spots. I would think those are what drivers would try to hit the nail on the head with, but checkered flag waves on warm-ups, and we get set to take a look at some qualifying here on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. I can hear stuff going on outside through my microphone. It's getting nicer out here, and I've got the windows open. Don't want to kick back on the AC. It's going to get a little colder tonight, but if I see stuff picking up, or if maybe you guys hear it in the background, somebody yell at me here as Ryland Banks clips the tire lap number 1. That's not going to count. That'll give him quote-unquote off track there, incident point. That'll give him a big 0 there for lap number 1. But Matt Barber, he jumps to the top there with a 15.35. Harold Klump overtakes. Not for long, though. Billy Roberts jumps to the top. We'll stick with Harold Klump here for lap number 2. See if the 35 can find a way to improve. Lap 2 in the books. He doesn't improve. Billy Roberts does, though, by a couple. No, he doesn't. Give me the wrong information. 15.50 second time around. He stays with that opening first lap. Sam Bachman with a real hummer out there on lap number 1. And well, you may have known he wasn't going to be able to back that up there, cool the jets, or maybe he's giving himself a nice little parade lap for me to, you know, kind of take a look at the man sitting on the top as Scott Rayome comes across P3. Michael Vecchio coming across P10 Vitali. Shutting her down in the infield. He comes across 18th. 23 cars in our session. 21 drivers put in a time. Now we just, we get set. We wait till we see that checkered flag fly, and we get ready to take a look at the starting lineup for your Hawks Garage. 358 modified heat race number 1. Speaking of, there we go. We spoke it into existence a little bit. Starting lineup looks a little something like this. Row 4 to the top shelf. The 051 of Putt Putt. Clay Christopherson to the inside. The 67 of Robbie Shaw. Row 3 to the high side. The 513 of the Brewerton Beast. Jeff Barker to the inside. The 011 of Randall Dixon. Row 2 to the high side, the 007 of the Sam Akonda, Sam Bachman to the inside, the 35 of Harold Klump in row 1. For heat race number 1 to the outside, the 027 of Ryan Elsie, and starting on the pole, qualifying in that money spot there for the invert, the 147 of Michael Vecchio. So there you see it. Putt. Sammy B goes out there, you hit him with a quick time. But then you see what happens to you. You're outside row 2 for heat race 1. That doesn't sound like a lot of fun. If you're the 007, you got to find a way to, lack thereof, kind of put those guys around you in bad spots, force them into mistakes. iRacing still hasn't fixed that. I love that black triangle of nothingness, of sheer emptiness. This field heads down the backstretch. Do I? No, I don't. I put it over here. All right. I don't regret that. Field rolls into 3. Through the middle. Off of 4. They look to that Missouri sky. The green flag's high. Let's watch some dirt fly. Heat race number 1 is underway. Vecchio to the point. They're 3 wide there for P2. Bachman's got to get on the binders. Big winner, that John Deere Green Machine. Contact. He shoves Bachman up the hill. LZ gets the worst of it, man. That 027 muscled into the outside, and now Bachman, he's got to put his head down. Got to go to work, but Putt started P8 up to P4. Give him some more. That's 5 spots for the 51 machine. Clay Christopherson looking mean, but now he's got 2 dance partners. Bachman down low, 3 wide, nowhere to hide. Bachman going to get 1 back. Putt back to P5 as Michael Vecchio rolls off at 2, feeling good. 5 left to play. Oh, Bachman, slide job, crisscross. Here goes Clay. He said, I watched Sam do it. I'm going to do it too. A little beating, little banging. The 051 gets the 2-for-1 discount here, but can he crack the whip and pull away? The Sam Akonda trying to slither down low as Harold Klump clips the inside tires. That's going to back him up to Sammy. Here he comes. Bachman on the inside trying to chase down a dream here. 3 laps left to win heat race number 1. It's Michael Vecchio running away out front as Putt trying to follow his teammate in that 007 machine, Bachman. Can he make it work like Sammy did? 2 sticks, 2 to go. Putt on the bottom. Here comes Randall Dixon. He wants a slice. Don't know if there's enough time to cut it up, though. As Vecchio rolls off of 4, white flag waves, 1 lap to play for the 147 machine. Vecchio off at 2. You see the side-by-side for P3, but it's all 147 out front. Final time off of 4. Michael Vecchio wins heat race number 1, followed by Bachman, Christopherson, Klump, Dixon, Barker, Shaw, and Elzy. As I guess I could have clearly, or I could have stated it a little more clear. But we didn't hit the 24, so we are taking everybody to the B or to the A, so we won't need a B main as we take a look at our starting lineup for heat race number 2. Row 4 to the outside, the 38 of Adam Flieger, to the inside, the double nickel of Brian Moore Sr. Row 3 to the top shelf, the 27 of Sean Green, to the inside, the 1-7 of Shane Billings. Row 2 to the top shelf, the 099 of Billy Roberts, to the inside, the 76 of the hot shoe Ryland Banks. In row 1 for your Hawks Garage 358 modified heat race number 2, to the outside, the 23 of Bart William Watson, and starting on the pole, the 16 of Mr. Excitement, Matt Barber. I can't confirm. I'm terrible with this if they're all teammates there, but I know they're all friends. Those guys on the bottom in the inside 3 rows, or the first 3 rows inside. So look for them to work together, but they definitely will race each other hard. We have seen it. They will flex those muscles if they so need to. As we take a look to that sky, the green flag's high. Let's watch some dirt fly. Heat race number 2 is underway. Oh, here we go. 3 wide for P3. Almost 4 wide for P2, but Banks looking to scrape out of it, trying to inch ahead on the bottom, but Billy Roberts, here he comes clawing in that 99 machine all over the deck lid. Oh, Billings, he gets a shot there from the double nickel of Brian Moore Sr., who locks up the brakes, didn't want to turn Billings. Meanwhile, contact up there for P2, possibly between the 23 and the 76. But we keep racing. William Watson putting his head down on the hunt. Can he find a way around Mr. Excitement, who's been on the point since the drop of the hat? Sean Green trying to reel in that 76, man, but he's got Shane Billings right behind him, and we all know Billings, he is quick, man. Without that contact and with him in the double nickel, who knows where he would be, but now he finds himself stuck here under the stump. No way to get around that 27 of Sean Green, who's doing a great job of holding his line there, low, middle. As you see the 76, he has a bit of a hiccup. We take a peek on the battle for the lead. Not much of one here. As you see William, he's trying to get close, but Barber, no mistakes. 2 sticks, 2 to play. Watson inching closer, lost a lot of time, no corner exit, couldn't get the car to rotate like that 16 machine could. White flag waves, 1 lap to go here at the Lucas Oil Speedway. Barber locking down the inside. Watson trying to find a way around, but it's just running out of time. Barber sees the checkered flag wave. The 16 wins heat race number 2, followed by Watson, Roberts, Banks, Green, Billings, Flieger, and Moore Sr. Get ready to take a look at the starting lineup for your 3rd and final heat race for your Hawks Garage 358 modifieds here at the Lucas Oil Speedway. Row 4, all by himself there in the 207, Terry Walters. Row 3 to the top shelf, the 213 of Michael Vitale. To the inside, the 066 of the Strut, Mike Weeda. Row 2 to the outside, the 4 of my homie, Scott Rayomi. To the inside, the 79 of Dean Reynolds. And row 1 for heat race number 3, to the outside, Mr. Scissors in the 280, Jeff Sharp. And starting on the pole, the 06 of Scott Thomason. Oh, I got Megan watching. I got Flieger out there chiming in. We got Uncle Ron as always. What's going on, everybody? Final time here into 3, and we get set to go play, this time by Thomason. Sharp, your front row. Teammates make up row 2. We look to that sky. The green flag waves. It's time to go play. Oh, here we go. Rayom trying to knife through the hot butter, but boy, oh boy, a little cold. Couldn't cut through. And Scotty had to get on the binders here as there's contact on the outside. Dino looking for the lead. Can he get it? Too close to call as they cross the line. But good thing for the 79. He's got plenty of time to go get it done, and he don't need all of it. He needed about one backstretch. Throws it up there in front of the 6. Scotty now trying to look underneath. My homie looking to roll the bottom here is Michael Vitale. He finds himself up into P3. Started 6th to 2:13. Came out of nowhere, Michael Vitale. Man, he's got 5 laps to go up here and play with these front 2. That's plenty of time. This guy's going to have to figure out what they want to do at the front. Oh, contact. Scotty gets into the back of Dino, clips the outside wall. All that while the cross flags waved. We're halfway. Battle on for P4. That's between Sharp and Weeda. The strut trying to work that outside in the 066 machine. Holds it at the line, Mike Weeda. Looking fine, but Scissors cutting back down on the bottom through 1 and 2. But it's Dino out front looking to pull away. 2 laps left to play here at the Lucas Oil Speedway. Battle for second, battle for 4th. I mean, here we go. What more can you ask for? Coming to the white flag. Vitale shoots it in deep. Kisses the back of the 4. Rayom goes up there, protects, but Dino, he's got one more trip around here at the Lucas Oil Speedway. The 79 looking to start on the inside of row 2 for the A main as the checkered flag waves. Dean Reynolds wins heat race number 3, followed by Rayom. Vitale and Mike Weeda steals P4 from Jeff Sharp, Walters, and Thomason. Round out the field. Stick around on the Coast to Coast Racing Network.
Thank you to all of our sponsors. Thank you to all of our
Well,
sponsors.
I fudged that up. Stick around. Almost time for the boys to line up and go play here at the Lucas Oil Speedway as 23 drivers make the call for your Hawks Garage 358 Modified A main. Let's get ready to take a look at your starting lineup. Rounding out the field for your 30-lap A main, the double nickel of Brian Moore Sr., row 11 to the outside, the 027 of Ryan Elsey to the inside, the 06 of Scott Thomason. Row 10 to the top shelf, the 38 of Adam Flieger to the inside, the 67 of Robbie Shaw. Row 9 to the top shelf, the 207 of Terry Walters to the inside, the 17 of Shane Billings. Excuse me, I almost called him the hot shoe. That's not him, that's Ryland Banks. Shame on me. We'll come up with something for Bill. Row 8 to the outside, the 513 of the Brewerton Beach, Jeff Barker to the inside, the 280 of Jeff Sharp. Row 7 to the outside, the 27 of Sean Green to the inside, the 011 of Randall Dixon. Row 6 to the top shelf, the 066 of the Strut, Mike Wee to the inside. There he is, the hot shoe, the 76, Ryland Banks. Row 5, Harold Klumpin, that 35 to the outside, the 213 of Michael Vitale to the inside. Billy Roberts in the 099 and Clay Christofferson in the 051 make up row 4. Row 3 to the top, the 4 of my homie Scott Rayomi to the inside, the 23 of William Watson. Row 2 to the top shelf, the 007 of Sammy B, Sam Bachman to the inside, that 79 of Dino Dean Reynolds. In row 1 for your Hawks Garage 358 Modified A main to the top shelf, Mr. Excitement Matt Barber in the 16, and starting on the pole, the 147 of Michael Vecchio. As the field paces into 3, they take a look to that Missouri sky. The green flag is high. Let's watch some dirt fly. 30 laps to play. Our A main is underway. 3 wide, right away for the lead. Dino trying to fill up the basket downstairs, but man, oh man, Matt Barber, he's got the goods up top. Early lead, pulls away, crack the whip, Mr. Excitement. He's got the pace, he leads. Dino up to P2, can't slide it on Vecchio just yet. Now he can, but Bachman working that inside. He says, Dino, maybe you don't want to go up there. Who knows? Let's find out, I suppose. Dino goes up there. Bachman, does he stay down low? No, he's going to follow along. 3 wide with some teammates behind. Putt, Watson, Rayom, throw Roberts in the mix. 4 wide, let's go for it. But Watson, man, still working side by side, and this is what Barber wants to hear. Pull away, my friend, in that 16. Just clean air. Enjoy the view. I mean, these Missouri nights, they don't get more beautiful than this, as he is absolutely pacing. We go back to the 4 wide racing. Vitale in that 213. Look at him trying to work it. They do a good job of single filing coming off the corner, but man, so much room at this place. You see guys prancing around everywhere. I mean, this is the way back of the field here. We're still battling under the blanket. Little bit of contact, little bit of 4 wide racing. Boy, oh boy, can't get complacent. The 099, he gets a bump. Billy Roberts keeps it straight. We're still green. Tough break there for the 099, and now Ryan Elsey, he gets run down the racetrack in the 027 machine. Trying to find her. No, that's Sean Green, excuse me. That was Sean Green in the 27. Elsey is out there as well, but Elsey wasn't the one who got shoved down. It was the other 27 machine. 1 blue, 1 green. 22 left to play for the 16, who leads the way. Oh, Adam Flieger comes back on the racetrack. We stay green. That had to be a scare there for the guys running up towards the front. Oh, Mike Weida goes around in the 066. Couldn't tell if he had some help. We're going to find out here. Big pile up going into turn 3. Let's see what we see. So my apologies there if you heard it. I got a little bit hiccups coming. That's always nice. Let's see what happened here. Oh, so no, it had already started. So that's Banks and Vecchio. Let's see here. Yeah, Vecchio maybe didn't know he was there, and Banksy not lifting out of that one. He comes down across and going to go around here and nowhere for the boys to go. And, man, it is a clean-up aisle 3 here at the Luke DeSoyle Speedway. As Matt Barber lines them up, we double file here. Let's do this one more time. Steve King Foundation pace truck is off, so we burn enough time up there. We will be going back green this time by as we look to that sky. Green flag is indeed high. When does Mr. Excitement make it exciting? He drops the hammer. We are back underway. Great restart for Dean Reynolds. Dino read him like a book, and man, oh man, the 79. What's he going to do here? Barber has to slide it up. And Dino not able to cut underneath, but we got a new leader. Bachman leads the way. 20 left to play. Dino may not like that here, but I think Barber, he almost had to do that. Dino maybe didn't know it was coming, but man, oh man, my view up here, I could see it was coming hands down, and boy, oh boy, it's not going to turn out the way Dino wants. Man, Bachman, he is happier than a pig in you-know-what as he leads the way. 18 left to play. Billings trying to hold off. Billy Roberts on that inside. Billy thought about making it 3 wide. Couldn't shove the nose down there, but hey, there's already 3 wide in front. Billings, Barker, Weida. Oh, somehow we make it down into 1. Man, oh man, I know it looks fun, but that can't be no fun. Running 3 wide on a racetrack like this, not a lot of room, I'm telling you. You see up front continue to be single file. We watch the 3 wide back here in the field. Billings, Roberts going at it, waging war. Barker, he backed out of that thing. He wanted nothing to do with this. Look at Billings making the move. Roberts had to get on the binders there, tightened up, drove it in a little too straight. Now Barker goes back to the outside as we take a peek. What's going on here in the battle for the bottom podium spots is, man, it's getting interesting between these gentlemen. I mean, Bachman, he's checking out here, cracking the whip. He's doing things his own way, but 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, I mean, boy, oh boy, throw Dino in it there in P7. We know the pace he has. It's just coming down to you need that guy in front of you to, well, you need the horse to get a little squirrely, make a misstep, find a way to get around. These guys so equal on speed here at the moment. This racetrack, it's kind of turning into a one line. You know, you can't really run that bottom. At least we haven't seen drivers try to make it work, I should say. We've seen drivers try to make it work, but haven't made it work. And let's see what Billy Roberts does here through 3 and 4. Did he just get that pass done on the bottom last time? No. I was thinking maybe we had some guys back there trying it. Now this is down off of 2. Some of those guys doing it there through 1 and 2. It's just not differentiating enough. Okay, so yeah, that's going to make it even worse when you want the bottom 1 and 2 and you want the outside 3 and 4, because then when the slide job is coming and you're already defending it. So it's going to be tough. It's going to have to be, maybe take the gloves off here, not play nights if you want to get a spot. As we start to get down to the witching hour here, 7 laps to go. Here we go. Got a little more. 2, almost 3 wide racing. Ryan Elsie trying to work under the Brewerton Beast there, but Barker, he's watching the side-by-side in front of him. That's Brian Moore Sr. and Mike Weeda. Weeda on the top shelf, the double nickel in the basement. As Moore Sr., does he throw the slide job? He had plenty of room. May not have realized that Weeda clipped the outside wall there. As here we go. Battle for second. Heating up. William Watson watches Barber slide up the racetrack. Cuts underneath. Barber clips the outside wall. Watson, does he pull the trigger here? No, he plays nice. Boy, oh boy. Thought he might use the Nerf bars there, as the 16 definitely lost a lot of momentum. But Watson plays nice. 3 to go. Putt trying to steal this bottom step of the podium. I don't know if he can. Just not a lot of grip down there through 3 and 4, but the guy is relentless. He is trying to make it work, trying to wheel that hot rod up the P3. 2 sticks the last time by, and Sammy B, when he looks to the sky this time, he's going to see that white flag wave. 1 lap to play. Bachman trying to bring this thing home. There was contact between Dino and the 16 of Barber, and Bachman swooped in there, snuck underneath, and stole this thing to bring home the checkered flag. Give it to Sammy B. Barber, Watson, your top 3. Putt, Banks round out your top 5 here at the Lucas Oil Speedway. Michael Vitale, Dean Reynolds, Jeff Sharp, Sean Green, Randall Dixon. The back half of your top 10. Billings, Roberts, Moore Sr., Barker, Weeda, Rayome, Elsie, Klump, Thomason, and Shaw. Your top 20 in your final 3. Walters, Flieger, and Michael Vecchio rounds out the field. We got a great green flag run there to end that thing. What was that? Was that 1 caution? Or was it 2? No, yeah, 1 caution. 1 caution flag. I mean, pat yourselves on the back, fellas. That is not easy to do at the Lucas Oil Speedway. I would have lost a lot of money tonight on how many cautions I would have bet for this thing. Definitely been over 4. 4, or probably 4.5 would have been the over-under, and they went way under here. That was an impressive showing. Well done by the lads. And, we'll pull up that driver who finished P3. William Watson, it's your buddy, brother. How you feeling after that one? Not bad, bottom step of the podium, but how we feeling?
I'm feeling good. The race was 1 lane, both corners, same lane. So, it was a good race though. Me and Matt and Clay battle right there. I feel like I still should have had second, but it is what it is.
Yeah, and I definitely caught you being Mr. Nice Guy there with, I want to say, 4 or 5 to go. You may not have even saw it, but when he kind of, slid up across your nose there coming out of 4, he clips the front stretch wall. And I thought for sure you were going to go in and feed it to him there and try to get it. Did it go through your mind at all?
Yeah, I mean, going into the corner, I had it. I finally coming into 1 and 2, coming out. I finally got to his outside, got him on the back stretch. He's running midline. Expected him to stay down midline, but if I wouldn't have checked up going into the corner, he would have took me out because he slid up into the top line for the middle. So then by him doing that, he don't have the car under him, so he tapped the front wall. So I mean, I saw that too, but I mean, I'm not going to do that. That's not me. So I just raced the race.
Well, man, you look good there, nursing at home and just kind of having to hang out in line. I know that's not necessarily the most fun, but when you bring home podiums, that makes it sting a little less. Hell of a job, brother. Congrats on the P3. Who you want to thank, my man?
Teammates at FTM, Swan Speed Shops, Duper Performance, GripX.com, Getting Dirt Car Series, Vortex Grabs for the Wraps, Coast to Coast, Shaggy TV, and everybody for watching.
Well, hey, man, hell of a job. Congrats. Hopefully we see more from you here in the big block. Go get them.
Bye-bye.
William Watson bringing home P3. And now we'll bring up the man who brought home P2. But let's go ahead. Let's watch it, right? Let's watch it, right? We'll pull up the man in the P16 who, you're leading the way. We get a yellow flag, and, man, we're watching it back now. Dino absolutely nails that restart, brother. Kind of left you with no other choice but to throw that slide job. And, well, Dino not able to check up or cut down underneath, kisses you in the rear end there. And, man, Sammy skates on by. And, boy, oh, boy, that's not the way you wanted that one to happen, to have to ride around P2. But that's racing, man. You know that. And the fact that you're still able to bring home a P2, that says something. How are we feeling?
I'm feeling all right. And obviously it sucks when something like that happens. I never mean for anything like dirty like that to happen. And I don't know if you guys want to look back at it, and if it was my fault, I apologize to Dean. I apologize to Dean all the time, even if we just tap each other, right? But it happens. And congrats to Sam on a flawless race, like usual with Sammy. And Bart did pretty good too. It was pretty tough to. If you could get up to somebody, it was another thing to pass for sure tonight. It was pretty locked up on the high side in 3 and 4, and sometimes you could get a decent run in some different lanes in 1, but then again, you get to turn 3, and if you're not on the high side, you're kind of stuck. So it is what it is. It was still a good race, and I'll take a second again.
Yeah, no, man, you could definitely see that. And, I hope when I was leading that in there, it didn't sound like I was beating the piss out of you there, Matt, because when you go back and look at this, if anything, I think I'm a little more in your corner now. Obviously, it's a racing deal. We'll blame both of you, but I didn't really break it down. But, when he nails that restart, it's almost like, if you would do that to him, you got to kind of know it's coming. And I know it's not fun to always lift and cut down, but sometimes that's what you got to do there. And, at the end of the day, you're able to hold on to it. Like I say, bring home a P2, and that's a good way to salvage with that contact, man. You could have went way down the ladder. So good job of holding on to P2. Congrats, man. Who you want to thank?
Of course, you, Shaggy, for doing the broadcast as always. Hawks Garage for sponsoring this portion of the league. Everybody at C2C and behind the scenes, everybody we race with. It's always fun racing with these boys. My Canadian guys, as always. Taysay Mechanical. All my sponsors. Of course, Vertex for putting on this wrap for me, and anybody watching, thank you for tuning in.
Well, hey, hell of a job, man. You going to go out here and get them again in the big blocks?
Yeah, I think I'll do all 3 tonight.
All right, brother. We'll be rooting for you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Matt Barber bringing home P2, but now we get to bring up the belle of the ball here. Had a delay on it that time. I didn't think that one was coming. But Sammy B, welcome back, brother. And you talk about, the right place, right time, right? You clearly had the pace. It wasn't like, you lucked into that thing and then just kind of held up the rest of the field. You were able to hold your own, in fact, pull away a little bit. But without those two maybe making that contact, do you feel like you ever get a chance to come up to P1? Because, I'm not crapping on you here, Sam, but it seemed like such a one-lane racetrack that, the guy in front of you really kind of had to make a mistake if you want to pass. But, man, how'd you feel? Do you think you could have got it either way without the contact, or would you have been locked down?
Oh, I mean, the car felt pretty good, so I mean, I don't really know. I mean, it kind of was pretty locked down, so I mean, it would have been pretty hard. That's what I was kind of telling Matt or whatever. Told him I probably would have never got him. That didn't happen or whatever, but yeah, I felt pretty locked down. 1 and 2 kind of started to change a little bit towards the end of the race. Kind of started moving up to like a slider to that middle tack, but 3 and 4 pretty much just the top side the whole time. But I mean, it was a pretty good race overall.
Well, I mean, we have an early caution, okay, and I don't know, I assumed we'd get a fair amount of cautions here, but after that early caution, you guys go over 20 laps, I think, green flag. Was that something you expected there, or that kind of a nice surprise?
That was kind of a nice surprise. I mean, when you can always go get all the laps in pretty quick or whatever, you can always like that or whatever. But yeah, I thought there was gonna be quite a few cautions because it felt like at the beginning of the race it was pretty racy or whatever, and there's just lanes everywhere, so you kind of know how that goes sometimes. But it seemed like it got pretty locked down pretty quick.
Yeah, that's well, I was kind of worried about that too, to be honest with you. Kind of like a Williams Grove situation where some people, drive a little deeper than the guy in front of them. But I guess maybe you guys were to the point where you spread out a little bit. But man, it was nice to see you kind of sneak by and steal this one, man. Normally you have to go earn them. You don't luck into them too much. So enjoy this one. Congrats on the big win, brother. Who you want to thank?
Oh, the boys over at FTM, Gunner at Swan Speed Shop. He's really been working hard on the dig. Dean over at Super Dirt Car Series, Expert Installation, Shaggy TV, and Vertex Graphics, and Coast to Coast.
Well, hey, man, hell of a job. Go get them in the big blocks, brother. Don't. Oh, yeah, crap. I guess you did. You got pole, too, didn't you?
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't? Who got quick time? You sure
Oh,
you
I
didn't
got quick
get pole?
time, but I started fourth.
Well, yeah,
in the
because you
feature.
start. Well, yeah, but I mean, still, that's what I was going to say. Don't make it so hard on yourself. Don't go out here and qualify on the pole this time. Hit the invert.
I'll try. Usually I never can.
Yeah. Go get him, Sammy. Good luck, brother.
Thank you, sir.
Bachman bringing home the win. And, man, yeah, that's not often. You heard me go into a long spiel about that to start the night. Thought you maybe didn't want to qualify up front. Well, that proves me wrong. Congrats to Sammy. Gets your quick time. Comes home P2 in the heat race and sneaks his way up to win this thing. Big run for the 007. Stick around. We'll be back with your Expert Installation. Big Block Modifieds coming up next.
Thank you to all of our sponsors. Thank you to all of our sponsors.
Alrighty, so ignore absolutely everything on your screen as we bring over the correct stuff. And for some reason, okay, that I have to de-full screen that. I apologize. It just auto full screened when I click my software stuff, which should be resetting for you guys. There we go. Reset again. There we go. Let's hide that away. We get ready to go for your expert installation big block modifies. I think they roll this at quarter of, which, speaking of, it just turned 7:45, so they'll be advancing here any minute, maybe waiting for another driver or two to try to wrangle their way in here. Oh. New name. Chris Bargetzi is what we're going to go with. Let's see, okay, no custom paint here yet for Chris, but he is in the 441 machine. Let's make sure actually his trading paint's working. Okay, it is. It is working. Oh, these boys mixing it up here in front of those Canadian boys. Matt Barber going for a ride in the 16 machine. Demo derbying it up a little bit out there. Can't blame the gang. Dino in that 79 machine. He kind of had a podium snubbed away from him there. And like I say, racing incident. Dino knows I love him, and I think he'd be the first person to tell you that if I was sitting in that car, I would have been complaining up a storm, you know. And then when you go back, look at it a little bit, and, you know, Dino wants it, but it's almost like, you know, grandma's watching you that whole time as you're sticking that hand in the cookie jar, and she's just waiting, you know, and as soon as you get it in there, time to bring that roller down. So let's see who's going to be out on the racetrack here first. It looks like Billy Roberts. Let's watch Billy roll around here. Lap number 1. Kind of running that cut down line. Him kind of arcing out and diamonding that thing off. Neat little line he's running here. Now he goes to the bottom for lap number 2. He is their quickest driver, not so much anymore. Harold Klump takes that, and William Watson about to take it. There he goes, 14.755. We'll watch Klump for the final time across the line. Harold Klump doesn't improve. William Watson, can he improve? May need to. Matt Barber, purple-green. What's it mean? P1 for the 16 machine. But Jeff Barker, the Brewerton Beast, jumps to the top. Here we go. The 513. I mean, are you not entertained? Jeff Barker to the top of the sheet is Sammy B. He says, Shaggy told me to hit that invert. P4, man, that's going to have to do. As 20 of your 22 have put in times, I would assume that's going to be all Barker, Barber, Watson, Bachman, and Klump, your top 5 here after time trials. Let's get ready for your Expert Insulation Big Block Modified Heat Race number 1. Row 4 to the outside, the 67 of Robbie Shaw to the inside, the 147 of Michael Vecchio. Row 3 to the top shelf, the 280 of Scissors, Jeff Sharp. To the inside, the 207 of Terry Walters. Row 2 to the outside, the 513, your quick time, the Brewerton Beast, Jeff Barker. To the inside, the 007 of the Samaconda, Sam Bachman. In row 1, for heat race number 1 winner, starts on the pole for tonight's Expert Insulation Big Block Modified A main to the outside. The 17 of Shane Billings, and starting on the pole, the 099 of Billy Roberts. May not have Robbie Shaw here. That's who we're waiting on. He didn't put in a qualifying time either. Blinker checkpoint for those out there who believe in that sort of thing. There's no way that I lose that. I did. I found it. Still waiting on Robbie Shaw, just in case he decides to spawn in here really quick. Oh, there we go. Getting the cars to move. Going to be very interesting to see what the line is. As we saw drivers kind of combo in qualifying, you know, swooping out and then trying to cut down. Well, you know, neither line, bottom or top, you're going to need both those lines, and we're going to have drivers in both those lines. So interested to see how this goes as we look to the sky. The green flag waves. Heat race number 1 is underway. Oh, Billings clips that outside wall. He's going to lose the lead now to Roberts, who already looked to have it. But Billings now, he's got to crack that whip. He gets a big run off of 4, but Bachman, big time move. He hits, as I'm choking again, my apologies. Bachman hits that loud pedal though, and man, Barker, he loses one there to Jeff Sharp. That was your quick time, and that's what I said. No, Bachman was the outlier last time. Able to move on up. It is so difficult to pass here early in the heat races, and well, it's difficult to pass in the feature too. So it's really, you want to set yourself up for success here by just kind of nailing that invert and, well, holding on to win the heat race, and then you never know what could happen as you mix it up towards the front. But Bachman, he's got himself in a place where he's comfortable. The lineup P4 may want 3 more, though. He's got to get by Billy Roberts. to lead the field to the green flag tonight, but the 99. Oh, boy, Bachman thought he was going to go down there. Couldn't make it work. Billings starting to reel in these front two. The 17 sees the 2 sticks, 2 to go. Not sure if there's going to be enough time here for these 3 to mix it up. As you see, spread out a little bit down into 3. Off at turn number 4, white flag waves, 1 lap to play in heat race number 1. Field looking all set. I mean, single file all throughout, and Billy Roberts drives it off a 4 for that final time. Checkered flag waves, give it to the 099. Roberts, Bachman, Billings, Sharp, Barker, Walters, Vecchio, and Shaw. Get ready to take a look at the starting lineup for heat race number 2. For your expert insulation, big block modified. Your starting lineup looks a little something like this. Rounding out the field, the 38 of Adam Flieger, row 3 to the high side, the 76 of Ryland Banks to the inside, the 79 of Dean Reynolds. Row 2 to the high side, the 16 of Mr. Excitement, Matt Barber to the inside, the 35 of Harold Klump in row 1 for heat race number 2. Winner will start on the outside of the front row for tonight's A main to the top shelf, the double nickel of Brian Moore Sr. And starting on the pole, the 27 of Sean Green. Steve King Foundation pace car will pull off this time by, and Sean Green will lead the field to the green flag here for heat race number 2. Second of 3 heat races here for your expert insulation big block modifieds. Field paces down into 3. Into turn number 4. We look to that sky. The green flag's high. Let's watch some dirt fly. Heat race number 2 is underway. Green takes the early lead. Side-by-side battle there for 3rd. That's Barber trying to get the edge on the 35 of Harold Klump. Oh, wedges Barber up there. Then he has to get on the binders. Dino, the big winner so far. He moves up that 1. But now the 76, he drives it up around the outside. The hot shoe puts his foot on the loud pedal. Ryland Banks trying to storm the outside here in Missouri as Sean Green completely walking away with this thing, coming to 5 laps to go. Brian Moore Sr.'s got a lot of action off that deck lid of his. Matt Barber thinking about working to the inside, but he's got some company a little lower than him. Dino going to have the nose down there, and you remember, they made a little bit of contact there in that 358 race. Dino ain't going to give him no breaks. So if he works to the inside of this 16 machine, Barber better hold that line, or Dino can make sure, he crosses it. As there's 3 laps to go here at the Lucas Oil Speedway. Banks trying to pilot that outside, build something up, make something work. You got to go where they're not. But 2 sticks to go, I just don't know. I mean, that is a long way around here. And with all these cars milking the bottom, tells me there's still a lot of grip down low. But Sean Green, looking to win this thing, takes the white flag. He's 1 lap away from starting on the outside of the front row for your expert insulation big block modified A main final time off of 4. Checkered flag waves for the 27 of Green. Contact coming to the line. Barber Reynolds coming home 2nd and 3rd. Moore loses 2 spots, falls back to P4. Banks, Klump, and Flieger round out the field. Get ready to take a look at the starting lineup for your third and final heat race for your expert installation big block modifieds. Rounding out the field, the 051 of Putt Putt, Clay Christopherson. Row 3 to the outside, the 441 of Chris Bargetzi. To the inside, the 027 of Ryan LZ. Row 2 to the outside, the 23 of Bart William Watson. To the inside, the 213 of Michael Vitale. In row 1 for heat race number 3. Winner will line up on the inside of row number 2 for tonight's A main. To the outside, the 4 of Scott Rayoman. Starting on the pole, the 011 of Randall Dixon. Bear with me here. I got to blow my nose really quick. I told you, I love having these windows open, but, well, that's the second downfall for your boy. Those allergies, man. Whew. And I guess it's that way for everybody, pretty much, but I never had this problem as a kid. And the older I get, the more of those allergies bug the heck out of me. It's the 011 John Deere Green Machine of Randall Dixon, set to lead the field to the green flag. Strong heat race. Only 6 drivers, though. No Clay Christopherson making the call. As the green flag set to wave, heat race number 2 is underway. Or 3, excuse me. Dixon able to get up in front of Scotty there. William trying to set sail, drop the hammer on the outside, nowhere to hide. Michael Vitale slides up in front. William Watson falls back to P4 one more time. Now he cuts back down to the inside. Michael Vitale leaves him plenty of room there, riding that middle. William goes as low as you can goes, but he can't find the grip off of 4, setting sail on the outside of 1 and 2. As the John Deere Green Machine leads the way, but here comes my homie, Scott Rayomi, powering around the outside. I don't know if Daphne and Azzy are out there watching tonight as 2 big fans, but I mean, they might be. That may be giving him some power here, because Scott Rayome clipping that loud pedal. He leads lap number 4. We've got 4 laps to go here at the Lucas Oil Speedway. Top 3 under the blanket. Vitale working the inside, trying to work by that John Deere Green Machine. Vitale not able to find the grip off of 4 that he can here off of 2. Vitale screaming on the bottom, but William Watson, he gives him a wave. Now he may flip him the bird there. May have been a little contact. Now William goes to the middle. He's bounced around, playing ping pong down the front stretch. 2 laps left to go. Scott Rayome, man, nothing but butterflies and sunshine out that front windshield. White flag waves. 1 lap to play for my homie, who's nursing it around that outside, high and wide. What's he do through 3? Watson and Vitale get together. Watson goes around, and boy, oh boy, checkered flag waves. Rayome wins. Vitale, Elzy, Bargetzi, Randall Dixon, William Watson, and Clay Christopherson. William not going to be a happy camper after that one, as the checkered flag waves. Heat race number 3 comes to a close, and we'll be back for your A main. Stick around.
Thank you to all of our sponsors. Thank you.
We are back live on the Coast to Coast Racing Network here at the Lucas Oil Speedway. With some Coast to Coast vests. Get ready to go play in your expert insulation. Big block modifieds. Let's get ready to take a look at your starting lineup. Let's end my portion of the show. 30 laps for the boys to go play. Here in some big block modifieds. Let's get ready to take a look at that starting lineup. Looks a little something like this. Row 11 to the outside, the 67 of Robbie Shaw. To the inside, the 051 of Putt Putt, Clay Christopherson. Row 10 to the outside, the 38 of Adam Flieger. To the inside, the 147 of Michael Vecchio. Row 9 to the high side, the 23 of William Watson. To the inside, the 35 of Harold Klump. Row 8 to the top shelf, the 207 of Terry Walters. To the inside, the 011 of the John Deere Green Machine of Randall Dixon. Row 7, the double nickel of Brian Moore Sr. To the inside, the 513 of Jeff Barker. Row 6, the 441 of Chris Bargetzi. To the inside, the 76 of Ryland Banks. Row 5 to the high side, Jeff Sharp in the 280. To the inside, the 027 of Ryan Elzey. Row 4 to the outside, Dino in the 79. To the inside, Shane Billings in the 17. Row 3 to the top shelf, the 213 of Michael Vitale. To the inside, the 16 of Matt Barber. Row 2 to the high side, the 007 of Sammy B. Sam Bachman. To the inside, the 4 of Scott Rayone. Row 1 for your 30-lap A main, brought to you by Expert Insulation. To the outside, the 27 of Sean Green, and starting on the pole, the 099 of Billy Roberts. As we look to that Missouri sky, the green flag's high. Let's watch some dirt fly. 30 laps to play. Your A main is underway. Billy Roberts to the lead early, but look at that three-wide battle for the bottom podium spot. Bachman, Rayome, Barber. Barber looking to edge him out, coming off of 4. He does. Welcome to the show, Matt Barber. What did he just find on the bottom of 3 and 4? Cracked the whip 16. Barber came to play on the move. Matt Barber. Oh, man, he's making it work, flashing the stuff here. Boy, oh, boy, up to P2, 2 in. He is your hard charger, too. Actually, give it to Clay Christopherson now, who's doing the same thing, but further back in the field. You know how we say, or what we say, though. I mean, passing him up inside the top 5, that may be worth a little bit more. Here is Bachman on the top shelf, Scotty on the bottom. Green sandwiched in between in that 27 machine. Oh, Rayome clips that tire, jumps up. Vitale. He takes advantage and drives on by in the 213 as Matt Barber continues to mope that bottom tippy toe. Just trying to will that 99 into a mistake. We're coming to 25 left to go. Well, if you're going to run the bottom, I guess I got to go up here. What's up, mama? He's swinging it high and wide. I mean, give the fans a wave, brother, while you're up there. Sign an autograph or two. 24 left to go. It's going to take a lap, I was going to say, or two to build up some steam. But he already gave up on it. You're never going to know after just that one lap. You're really not. It's going to take some work. You can see these guys 2 and 3 wide back here. Unbelievable, trying to go anywhere they can. William Watson, he had to start in the back after contacting that heat race. And I mean, he's trying to go through, but it is just a sea of cars, nowhere to go. Car goes around in the back. And that's Scott Rayome sitting sideways in the 4 machine. Let's see what happened to Scotty, who he was in the back already. What had happened to Scott to move Scott back so far? Was this when Scott gets shuffled down? Oh, okay, so there was a little bit of contact there, but then what happens to Scott? Oh, that's right. We saw him put that inside tire. Where is Scott Brown here? Wait, what happened there? Oh, a big shot from Dino, and that sent him through. And then all right, well, I'm not too sure how the caution ended up coming out here as we're going double file. I got to get back, but that was a wild turn of events there for Scott Rayum. Tough break is Flieger trying to catch the end of the field here. Green flag waves. We're back underway. 22 left to play. Oh, Sammy trying to make it work. You see Barber, he's not. I guess he's going to go back to that outside. Probably figuring it's got to come back in sometime. Yellow flag going to wave one more time. Who went around there? Was that Robbie Shaw in the back? Let's see here. Yeah, Robbie drove it in there deep, and then Scott went underneath, and he locked the brakes up. You could tell by the way the car kind of jerked sideways like that. Where did my controls just go? I clicked the wrong thing. There we go. Let's go back live. Bit of a heart attack there for a second. The lights are off on the Steve King Foundation pace car. Be going back green this time. Roberts, Barber, your front row. Bachman, green. Billings, Vitale, your top six. Who is it going to be? When does Billy Roberts crack the loud pedal? Oh, we are back underway. Outside line tried to go a little early. And that jumbled him there on the back. And now that's going to allow Bachman to move up to P2. And that's the name of the game. Barber just went a little bit early. Had to back it up then, but he may get them all back. Yellow flag waves. We're going to re-rack them, restack them one more time. Harold Klump. And Scott Rayum involved in this one. Let's go up top. Speed it up here. So they're already kind of stacking up in front. You can see Brian Moore Sr. It made some contact with, yeah, and it's just the train. I mean, it just all the cars there lock up together, and there's nothing that Bargetzi could do there. I mean, he's just the product of kind of getting turned, and that's just cars checking up, everybody not getting the memo, and brings out the yellow flag here for the third time in your expert insulation big block modifieds. Lights go off this time, but it is our third caution, so yeah, we'll stay single file. From here on out. And that's going to be real tough if you're involved in a caution. I mean, tail end of this 22-car field, that is a long ways back. As look at the snake. Green flag waves. We're back underway. And you're just seeing Scott enter into turn 3. I mean, look at him. And here comes your leaders. I mean, that's crazy. Long ways back. It's not going to be fun. Got to put your head down, go to work. Is Bachman trying to take off the hood here? He goes to the outside, high and wide. Sammy B cracked the whip, brother. Bachman got the horses galloping. Here we go. Can he get P2 at the line? I think he does by a nose. Needs this thing to stay green. He's got the outside off of 2. Looking mean. Sammy, here he comes. Billy Roberts, he better make the move now. He's running in the middle. He's in no man's land. This could put him into trouble. Bachman had to lift off there a little bit. Now Roberts. Roll in the middle once again. He's going to leave it open. Does not throw the slider. There goes Bachman to the outside. We've got a battle for the lead here in Missouri at the Lucas Oil Speedway as Bachman edges ahead to lead at the cross flags. 15 laps to go. Plenty of time for someone to come up here and steal this show. Is it going to be Bachman? Is it going to be Roberts? I mean, they are so close. Absolutely under the blanket. Bachman able to edge ahead this time down the backstretch, and it's all 007. He can go wherever he wants to go. Now he's going to ride that middle there through 3 and 4, go down, shut the door a little bit. You see Dino back here running P6. It's pretty quiet until we get back here to Elsey and Barker. I mean, Barker, he's in the top 10, but he'd like a little more. He sees that 23 coming up in the rearview mirror. William Watson up 7 spots from the start of this thing there in that 23 machine. Definitely not how he wanted his night to go, but contact there in the heat race put him on the back foot here, and he's running out of time. 10 more trips to gain some more. Bachman with a big lead there over Roberts. Matt Barber not so close either to Roberts for P2. He's got time to get there. And when he does get there, you can see Michael Vitale hanging out P4. He's not close either, so that'll give Barber, a little bit of courage there to try to make the move. He doesn't have to worry. He can go out of line a lap or 2. I mean, he may not run the mirror, but he's for sure got the relative on. He knows the gap behind him. That is something we're all watching out there, and just got to figure out how he's going to get it done. He's got time to get it done. He got there. He's to the bumper. 7 laps left to play. Oh, yellow flag waves. Robbie Shaw goes around in the 67 machine. Let's see what happened. Just gassed it up. Too much coming off of 2, got sideways, and leaders coming. Yellow flag, got a wave. And now that really throws a wrench in Barber's plans now. That may be a huge benefit to the 99 of Billy Roberts when this is looked back on. Now Barber not going to have that gap he had, can't be as aggressive if he wants to stay on the podium. Now, if he's just, if he's trophy hunting and wants to win, well, then by all means, he'll go for it. But I would think points racing for the 16 machine as the lights go off here on the Steve King Foundation pace car. Bachman rolling that outside. Down the backstretch for the final time as Sammy leads the field to the green flag. We are back underway. 6 laps to go. here at Lucas Oil Speedway. That's what I mean. You can see those top 4 now. They're all smudged together here. Now, Barber, what does he decide to do? Because Vitali very close. Barber makes the wrong move. Vitali going to be close enough to kind of sneak on by. If he's got the pace, that is. Oh, man. I was maybe sleeping on Roberts here. He takes a peek to the inside. We're side by side, 4 laps to go. Here we go at the Lucas Oil Speedway. We got a race on our hands, but the 007 cracks the whip coming off at 2. He slams the door shut, says, get out of here, Billy. Just get out of here. 3 laps to go. It wants nothing to do with the 99 of Billy Roberts. There's Barker. He gets shoveled down to the inside there. He's really got to back it up. He's going to lose a couple more spots. Coming to 2 sticks in the air. 2 laps to go. Bachman looks to have this thing under control, but second, third, and fourth, what is going to happen here at the Lucas Oil Speedway? White flag waves here in Wheatland, Missouri. 1 lap to go. Sammy Bachman has 1 more trip around from keeping perfection rolling. Looking to go 2 for 2, and that's exactly what Sammy B gonna do. Crack the whip, Bachman. He gets his second checkered flag of the night here at the Lucas Oil Speedway. Billy Roberts, P2, and Matt Barber coming home on the podium one more time. Let's take a look at that full rundown here for your expert installation, big block modifieds. We heard the podium, saw the podium. Michael Vitali and Sean Green round out the top 5. Dean Reynolds, Shane Billings, Jeff Sharp, William Watson with a good run. He's up 9 spots, 1 away from the hard charger, who we'll see on the next page as Ryan Elzey rounds out the top 10. But, well, I told you he was coming on the next page. Clay Christopherson steals the hard charger in the 051. Banks, Moore Sr., Clump, Dixon, your top 15. Vecchio, Bargetzi, Flieger, Ray Ohm, and Shaw round out your top 20. And your bottom 2, Jeff Barker and Terry Walters round out the field. Oh, so there's a meeting of the minds here on the front stretch. I don't know how much brain power is actually at use there. You know, I mean, hey, I wouldn't be adding any if I was there. So no shade, fellas. But you know, we're racers. We're not the smartest or the sharpest tools in the shed. But it looks like we do have 2 of our drivers up there in the waiting room, so we'll grab one of them sorry, Matt, you know I'm good at that, brother. I wish it would tell me when you guys were talking so I wouldn't be as much of a scumbag, because I could ramble on. Lord knows I can. I mean, I could give you guys a little bit more time, but I never do. Matt, you're back on the podium again, brother, and this was one of those ones where you won't be cocky, so I'll do it for you. But if that yellow flag doesn't wave, man, I may be talking to you at least 1 spot less, because that was bad timing. I mean, you're starting to reel him in. You're working into the side-by-side, and the caution flag waves. What's going through your head at that moment?
Yeah, I took off like a rocket there at the start, and I didn't expect that at all. I just kind of decided I'll just keep it clean for like a lap or 2, because, you know, with the nature of this track, everyone at the start, anyone darting to the bottom, you got to check up quite a bit. So I took it easy, and it ended up working out pretty good. And then next thing I knew, I was second. So I was like, oh, okay, this is not too bad. And
well, yeah, let me cut you off there quick, Matt, because you said anybody darting to the bottom. Nobody darted to the bottom but you there, and you shot up there like a rocket. Did you know that was going to be there? Is that something we kept in the back pocket from warm-ups? Did you know that was going to stick down there like that?
The bottom in 1 and 2 is usually a fairly safe bet at this track, but the one I didn't expect at all was 3 and 4. Like very, very low exiting. You could get a pretty good slingshot off the bottom, which is what caught me by surprise, and I think everybody else there at the start for me.
Yeah,
so,
you went from 5th to 3rd there coming out of 4.
Yeah.
That was unbelievable, brother.
Yeah, I don't know, it caught me by surprise, but yeah, it worked out pretty good. And then tried reeling Billy in. He had a good race there tonight, and just couldn't pull it off. And then I had a couple of other hiccups there. One start, that second, I think it was the second restart or something like that. I kind of started moving, and then I realized Billy wasn't starting to go, so I checked up, and everybody behind me kind of checked up as well. So I feel bad about that, and I already apologized, but it is what it is. And then Sammy, of course, just dominating there tonight. He's hard to beat there tonight at Lucas Oil. He's doing good. So hats off to Sam for a good race again.
Yeah, he's cheating somehow that the rest of us haven't figured out,
Yeah.
right? I mean, that's the angle we'll take. But Matt, man, hell of a job, brother. In 20+ car fields, coming home on the podium twice, especially with how physical this one got, man. That's impressive. It's a hell of a job. Congratulations. Who you want to thank?
Again, you, Shaggy, like I said before, Expert Installation for sponsoring the big blocks. Everybody watching, all my guys I was racing with, it's just Shane and Rylan out here with me tonight, and they've had not the greatest nights so far around, didn't have the greatest luck their last race, but it is what it is. It happens. It's racing, and I think Shane didn't do too bad in this one, so good run for those guys as well. Of course, Vertex Graphics for the wraps as always. He does all my designs. Tessier Mechanical. Everybody behind the scenes here at C2C running this league, and that's about it.
Well, I warned Shane before this late model race. I'm good at trying to wreck him. I will do my best to not wreck him this week. Please warn him. just warn him I'll be out there. All right. Well, hey, good job tonight, Matt, and good luck in the late models.
Yeah, you too, Shaggy.
Now we're going to pull up the man who brought home P2, Billy Roberts. Billy, boy, oh boy, man, it was one of those where you stayed committed to that line, but man, it changed at the wrong time. Bachman able to work around the outside. What was going through your mind there? Did you think about going up and feeding him it and, shutting the door? I mean, you played as nice as you could. And I know it's not fun to do that, but man, you definitely went up a lot in my book, because that's not easy to do. When you got that mirror on, the guy is kind of cooking up there, but man, you stayed committed to what you knew. You tried to make it work. And at the end of the day, P2, that's something to hang your hat on, right?
Oh yeah. Well, I don't run a mirror number one, and I could hear him out there, and I just didn't move up fast enough. Sam was faster. He was better tonight, and he won. That's all we can say. I mean, I'm not going to rough him up to get around him. It's just how it is. Although I get roughed up all the time, but it is what it is, Shaggy.
Now, coming down to those closing laps, I was kind of surprised there on the restart how well you hooked up the bottom. Because I mean, from what I was kind of seeing there along the track, you kind of had to just ride. You were basically stuck in P2 from what I was seeing everywhere else. But man, somehow you almost got it to work. Were you surprised? Because I'm telling you, Billy, nobody else that final run could even inch close. And man, you almost got the leader. You were so close to it. Were you surprised with how you made it work?
I knew there was still something down there. I just didn't have the throttle control to get it down there again. I was just getting too hard on the gas and getting loose. And I knew Matt was still down there, I thought, or he was somewhere close. I could hear him. But all in all, it was a good night, Shaggy. I thought I'd be talking to you in the 358s, but I guess we only have one pedal in a race car anymore. We don't have two. So it is what it is.
Well, hey, man, at the end of the game, or at the end of the night here, you're able to turn it around. I know it didn't go the way you wanted it to there, but hey, man, P2, way to go out here in the big blocks on top, man. Good run. Who you want to thank?
As Expert Installations, of course, you for putting it on. Coast to Coast for giving us a place to race. All my teammates over at Leadfoot Mafia, Mike, Jake, Randy, Junior, Terry, and of course, all the support that Dean puts out, all the photos he puts out of the logo and all that. So thank him for all that as well.
Well, hey, man, hell of a job, Billy. Good luck the rest of the way, man. Hopefully we're getting you on the top step next week. Go get him.
We'll try. Thanks, Shaggy.
Billy Roberts bringing home P2, and I don't know. Well, I do know where he is. I see him in his Discord, but I can't pull people around in his Discord. So I'm not going to jump down there into the heavy populated area. I didn't see anything. I don't know. Maybe Sammy did wreck someone tonight. That might be the angle we have to go with. He just doesn't want to talk about it. But if he did, he stealthily wrecked people tonight. I called him obscenities here in a message, asking him if he wants an interview. He must not have seen those messages. So it looks like, that's going to do it for me. I'm not waiting around here for Sammy. We're going to get ready to throw her to commercial. Adam Flieger will be here to bring you your G&G drywall services. Pro late models here at the Lucas Oil Speedway. Stick around on the Coast to Coast Racing Network.
Thank you to all of our sponsors.
Monster. I hate what I've become. The nightmare's just begun. I must confess that I feel like a monster. I feel it deep within. It's just beneath the skin. I must confess that I feel like a monster. I'm gonna lose control. It's something radical. I must confess that I feel like a monster.
White flag waves. Come on, Dino, bring it home. Dino can hear him yelling. He sees the checkered flag waving. He gets it done.
Works his way off turn number 4. Down here across the stripe. Jack here will get your win.
Clevenger wins at the Lanier National Speedway. Checkered flag wave. Give it to Putt Putt.
Final lap. Here we go. Drag race down the backstretch. Who's it going to be? They're so tight coming here off the lead. And it's going to be, holy crap, it's going to be Christopherson. Dean Reynolds down here through 3 and 4, coming up off, looking good and clean. He will get the win here at Vernonville. Patrick Spangler working off of 4. He will get your win here tonight at Lanier. That 280 and Jeff Sharp trying to close in on the 72.
Get there, checkered flag wave. William Watson holds on.
Driver, stop those engines. Let's hear that roaring sound. Rolling off the pit road. Tires grip the ground. Flames of freedom burning in the blazing sun. On FFTV, on the
right, folks, we're getting ready here. Qualifying takes place for your GT Drywall Services Pro Late Ball.
Open wide, no time to lag. Yeah, we own that soul. Start your heart, start the show with the TV on the pole. Neon lights and roaring crowds, fire in our veins. Speed addiction, racing passion, breaking every chain. Hold tight, the finish line is burning right ahead. When the flag waves, victory lane, all fears we shed. Engines roar, hot soar, at the TV on the pole. Let it roll, let it roll, let it roll, let it roll. Burning rubber, burning hot, lose control. From the pits to checkered flags, dodging wrecks and cautions. Keep those eyes open wide, no time to lag. FFTV on the pole, on the pole. Cross that line, the crowd goes wild, the checkered flags unfurl. FFTV on the pole, start the show. We're ready to roll. FFTV on the pole. Yeah. We're ready to roll. Start the show.
All right, folks, we're ready to rock and roll here. You're qualifying, finishing up here. William Watson out there getting that pole with a 13.905. Zach Chapman, as you just heard from him there on that on the previous races there for the big block modifieds here tonight. Yeah, from Shaggy TV, he's sitting there. Now we're gonna figure out what here in just a moment, but grid here for heat number one. Heat number one here of your Pro Late models tonight. It's going to be starting out there on pole, Zach Chapman in the number 72. So there's where Zach ended up. Mr. Shaggy TV himself. Jeff Sharp out there on the second position there on the front row. Row number 2 on that inside lane out of Canada, the 17 of Shane Billings will start third. William Watson for Full Throttle Motorsports starts fourth here tonight in the number 23. Pat Boyce in the number 41 will start there in fifth with Scott Riome in sixth tonight, driving that number 4 machine with Gary Budzine there in the 177 for GB Restoration and Repair, starting in seventh to round out your Heat 1 grid. They'll come around here now off the corner. Everybody's eager to go. They headed on out. There you saw the pace car pull off. They're in turn 2. They're heading down the back straightaway. Shane Billings there third. You got Jeff Sharp there in second outside of Zach Chapman. Chapman's shown before earlier on in the season that he can hang on here to the lead if he can get it early. He gets out there and do a great jump there down here in the corner number 1. Billings almost finding that infield tire as the 28 there of Jeff Sharp at 280 of Jeff Sharp got a great run there off of 2. Now they're going to go 3 wide almost coming off turn 4 as they work now down through turn 1 and 2. Billings now there in the forest. Sharp ends up in second as Chapman had a great run. Got around him there. And now they'll stack up there coming out of turn 4. Billings in 4th. Watson there in third. And you see Watson trying to work underneath the Sharp. Can't quite get there. Zach Chapman, Mr. Shaggy TV, out there in the front right now. Right in front of Sharp. Watson there in third. He tries to work his way up through the field, but that is tough to do, as you've been hearing from Shaggy say all night long. Especially with those big blocks. These are even tougher, I fear, as they work their off turn 4. Watson up to third, but can't seem to get up anymore. 4 laps to go. They're 3 wide. Coming off turn 2. Watson gets a good grip there. He's going to try to work it underneath there. They come off the corner. Billings is there, almost looking at the inside door, could not quite get there. The 72 now up. Chapman, we're still working on that high side, but below him is Watson. Watson ends up 3 wide with Billings underneath. Working through turn 1 and 2. 2 laps to go. Budzine is out of this one. Not taking the grid. As you watch him roll there now. Out up. Corner number 4 down the front straightaway. One more time around for Zach Chapman, and he's up there in that pole position to try to start on the pole here in the feature. As we see Sharp dive to the inside, going to try to drag race him there off the corner. Watson is there as well, and it's going to be Shaggy TV, Zach Chapman, getting the win here in heat race number 1 for the GG Drywall Services Pro Late Models heat race number 1. Well, here is your heat 1 results. Gotta be Zach Chapman getting that win. Jeff Sharp, William Watson 3rd, Shane Billings there in 4th, Scott Riome there in 5th, Pat Boy 6th, Gary Budzine in 7th. Rolling out here now for heat number 2. Here is your starting grid. Ryan Elsey out there starting on pole for JWR Motorsports in the 027. Sam Bachman for Full Throttle Motorsports, the 007, starting in 2nd. Row number 2 on that inside line, the 16 for Tessier Mechanical. Matt Barber starts 3rd to his outside in the number 27, Sean Green, starting 4th. Row number 3 on that inside line, Jeff Barker for Can-Am Racing in the 513, starts 5th tonight, and Clay Christopherson in the 051 starts 6th. And I'm not seeing Christopherson on the grid as of yet, so he may not be taking the grid. We will see here in just a moment if he does choose to take the grid. And now down here off turn number 1 and 2 they go. Down that back straightaway. One more time around here, and then we'll get underway here for heat number 2. 8 laps of distance. Sam Bachman, Ryan Elsey, your front row. Matt Barber and Sean Green there in your second row. As Chip Barker rounds out the field back here in 5th. Pace car rolls off there in turn number 2. As they'll work on down here off the back straightaway here through turn 3 and 4. Waiting for that green flag to wave as they work here off turn 4. 5 drivers here in heat number 2. They get after it. Dust flying here into turn 1 as up on that outside lane. Sam Bachman getting an excellent run on that outside line. Now he works there through 3 and 4. Ryan Elsey falls back into 2nd. Here comes Sean Green in that 27, trying to work his way up there towards the front. Matt Barber falling back there into the clutches of Jeff Barker. And then 3 wide, coming there off turn number 2, 7 laps to go. Here in heat number 2 for the GG Drywall Services Pro Late Models. Working there off the corner, up there in front. Bachman just running away with it right now. Matt Barber down there on the inside of Green as they go down here toe-to-toe for turn 3 and 4. Green, your fastest driver here in this heat race. It's where he qualified, but Barber still hanging on to that 3rd spot. Trying to get up there to battle with Green. Green wanting to chase down that man up front. Sam Bachman. Down through turn 1 and 2, 4 laps to go. Matt Barber there in 3rd. Ryan Elsey there for it. Jeff Barker sitting there in 5th tonight as they keep working there off. And I think that might be giving us a small issue. Oh, now, come on now. Come back here. There we go. Not sure what happened there. That probably helps. They work there now. Off turn 3 and 4. Sam Bachman out front. Matt Barber there in 3rd. Sean Green there in 2nd. Now they work down that back straightaway with Sean Green, as we said. 2nd, trying to chase down Sam Bachman. I don't think he'll be able to do it, though, as they come across. White flag in the air. for Sam Bachman for heat number 2 as he works down that backstretch for a final time. Here for heat number 2, Sean Green there in second. Barber third as they work off turn 4. Here he comes. Sam Bachman, your winner here in heat number 2. Sean Green there in second. We'll get your results here in just a moment for heat number 2. Heat number 2 results. Here we go. Sam Bachman getting that win. Sean Green in second. Matt Barber there in third. Ryan Elsie fourth. Jeff Barker fifth. Clay Christopherson there sixth, which means that's going to put Sam Bachman on the outside of Zach Chapman to start this feature. So we should be in for a great run here tonight. We'll be back after this short message from our sponsors.
Thank you to all of our sponsors.
Back here from the Speedway as warm-up finish up. We're getting ready for your heat racing, or for your main event here. 30 laps the distance, I believe, as they come here to get onto the grid. See exactly how it plays out. Here is your grid here for tonight. Starting up there in row number 1 on the pole, Zach Chapman for Gambler Motorsports. To his outside, FTM 007, Sam Bachman. In row number 2 on an inside line, Thunder Ridge Racing number 280 of Jeff Sharp starts third. With Sean Green driving at number 27. Starting fourth. Row number 3, stay inside. Full Throttle Motorsports number 23, carried by William Watson, starts fifth. To his outside, Tessier Mechanical, the 16 at Matt Barber. Row number 4 to that inside line, the Canadian Shane Billings driving the number 17, will start 7th with JWR Motorsports, number 027, driven by Ryan Elsie, start there in 8th. Scott Rio for Full Throttle Motorsports driving the number 4. Starts 9th tonight, Can-Am Racing team members. Jeff Barker driving a 513 will start 10. So number 6, that inside line, the 41, that's Pat Boyd. There was 11 tonight to start tonight's feature. Laker starts in the 051. Starting there in 12. And then here in 13, Gary McLean from DB Restoration Repair. In the 177, starting 13. Nowhere to get them down and away here. Looks like McLean did not take this grid. Laker Starbuck did not run the heat race, so he's going to start back here at the back.
Speed addiction, racing passion, breaking every chain. Hold tight, the finish line is burning right ahead.
Yeah, they work down there now, off of 2.
Victory lane.
Back Catlin, your control car on that pole position.
The TV on the pole.
Camera notice for it. It's going to be up here coming off of 4. Especially with that man, Sam Lockman, who was outside. They're down and away. Lockman had a great run on the outside in his heat. But Chapman gets a great jump there on the inside. Gets it slid up there in front of Lockman. Does take that outside line away. Here comes Jeff Sharp down there on the inside. What a race we got going. Watched it a little bit. Whirling way of things there coming out of third, 3 and 4, 3 wide there. Oh boy! Barber now works his way up through the middle, underneath the Billings now. As Bachman still hangs on to second place. Sharp works underneath the Sam Green. Sam Green on that high side. Bachman taking a shot there underneath Chapman as it works down that back straightaway. Here with 28 laps to go, he's going to slide up. Chapman's going to undercut. Down there off of 4, across the line. Here in the turn number 1 and 2. Bachman now, he'll try the undercut here, coming there off turn number 2. Can't quite make it stick, and now he'll try to get back up there to speed on that high side through 3 and 4. Jeff Sharp there in 4, Shane Billings 5th, Matt Barber 6th, Laker Starkson already up in the 7th spot after starting in the back. Scott Rione back here in 8th, Brian Elsey in 9th, Pat Boyce in 10th. Now they work there off the front straight away, working on down through. Take a look here, see if I can get the points to come up for us here for the Pro Late Models of this Thursday Night Thunder. And it looks like it's going to be Jeff Sharp there out front of that. And Jeff Sharp currently sitting 4th here tonight. Jeff Sharp leads the points with 386. Behind him is Dean Reynolds, and Reynolds, I don't see Reynolds running here in the late models tonight. And Ryan Elsey's 3rd, and Elsey's back here in 9th. Driving that number 27, and Chapman hanging on to what he can out there in front. Bachman now has company from Green as they work there now off turn number 2 down that back straightaway. 22 laps to go. Chapman hangs on to the lead up there on that outside line. Now it looks to be that's where you want to be with these late models tonight, up there on that outside. They work down that back straightaway once again. Through 3 and 4, Bachman just doing everything he can to hang on to 2nd as Green is right there, waiting for his chance to strike. Bachman trying to see if there's anything on the bottom left. As they work down through that back straightaway here through 3 and 4. John Green there in 3rd. And keep rolling it out there. You watch Jeff Sharp in 4, Shane Billings back here, fifth, Chris Dobson up here into 7th. Now he works underneath a Barber, getting a great run there. Sliding it on up. Barber's going to undercut there off of 4. 18 laps to go as you're watching the battle there between 6th and 7th between Barber and Chris Dobson. As Chris Dobson gets another run at it here in turn number 4. Going to slide it up. Barber's going to cut underneath. As they work there off turn 4, going to hang on to that 6th spot. As he now tries to slide it up there in front of Chris Dobson. And will do just that. Now Chris Dobson's going to hang here underneath him just a little bit. There through turn 3 and 4. Bachman still hanging on to 2nd now as he got away from Green a little bit. And was able to get back into a groove to try to get up to Chapman. Chapman, as you see, out there in the front. Bachman seeing what is available on the bottom of this speedway right now. Up there on the top side through 3 and 4. He's trying to bottom through 1 and 2. And he might be making up a little bit of ground down there on that inside lane. through turn 1 and 2. Not much, but he's making up some. He's about a half second back off of Zach Chapman right now. And closes in there a little bit there through turn 3 and 4. We'll see if he gets any of that back here through 1 and 2. No, he's just kind of hovering there about a half a second back off of Chapman as they work through turn 3 and 4. Chapman up a little too high. That's going to allow Bachman to close in on him. Down there to the inside. Chapman had a great run going out there in front until he got up there into that fluff stop way up there at the top, and he does it again. That's going to allow Chapman or Bachman to close in. Chapman's trying to run that real sketchy line up there at the top. But he's got to make sure he doesn't go over on that top side, which he did a couple times there through turn 3 and 4. There's a much better turn 3 and 4 for Chapman. He tries to pull away from Bachman, but Bachman dives down. He's going to slide it up there. Chapman's going to undercut. Coming there now off turn 2. Back up there on the top side. For Chapman, protecting that slider. Off turn 4. Bachman's right there. Bachman, once again, diving into corner number 1. Almost catching that infield tire, but almost doesn't count it. As they work down here through 3 and 4. Here comes Chapman, going to slide it up once again. And Bachman's going to try to work off the corner, down back into corner 1 and 2. Slide jobs back and forth here between Bachman and Chapman here tonight as they work here into 3 and 4 once again. Bachman down there on the low side, sliding it on up, got that slider line running. Now as Bachman works there to his inside, he's going to slide it through 1 and 2, but Chapman's going to get the run. There off turn 2, down that back straightaway. Bachman's going to try to sling it in there. Chapman's up a little too high. Going to have to try to undercut it. Chapman has a great race going. Oh, no! As Chapman, he finds that infield tire. Caution comes out as Chapman ends up and over, losing the battle there with the infield tire. Chapman giving it all he's got here tonight. Coming here out of turn 3 and 4. You can see he gets up there into that fluff stuff way up there where it kind of levels off here at Lucas Oil. As he comes there out of corner number 4. Bachman also gets a little high coming off corner 4, but he's able to collect it coming down that front straightaway. Chapman then's going to work down here underneath him here in the corner number 1. Going to dive it in hard. Unfortunately, dives it in too early. And when he does so, he heads right for that infield tire. Up and over Chapman's late model goes. Yeah, up into that outside wall. And, oh, man, what a... man. Chapman had such a great night going, and to have it end just like that, that is heartbreaking. Chapman got it fixed, and he's back here in 12. Lights are off. Their single files. We're under 10 to go. Chapman most likely out of the running for the lead here, but we'll see. As Bachman now has the lead. Coming there off turn 4. Green there in second. As the green flag unfurls, they're back underway here with 3 laps to go, or 5 laps to go, sorry. So they work there in that corner number 1. Chapman back here, running that high side. He's going to work through traffic now to see if he can improve his finish position. As Billings ends up there at the top side, a little bit of neck code. Oh no, Matt Barber up into the outside wall. Caution comes back out. Hard hit there to the outside wall for Matt Barber. Now you watch him come down that back straightaway. Trying to slide it in there. You see the driver in front of him get up there into that fluff stop. That's the 17, Shane Billings, getting way up there on that level. And everybody kind of checks up, but there's not enough room for everybody behind Billings and Green to check up. And just sends the 16 on up, and he's going to try to collect it. Can't. And man, oh man, what a tough break there for the 16. Now you just watch it explode apart there coming off the wall. iRace is kind of inconsistent a little bit with their damage model, I would have to say. Bachman's still out there in front. Chapman now up there in the 10th. As Barber and Riom are out. Barber's out here. Riom is out, down a lap right now. Not sure what happened to Riom. So here's Riom. Not sure exactly what happened to him. And you see him up there on the top side, and he just pulls it off. They come here out of corner number 4. 2 laps to go. Oh, 3 laps to go, sorry. Misspoke there with Sam Bachman out there in front. Look at him fighting for position. Ray Christopherson, man, oh man, what a night he's had here. He is up there in the 3rd, trying to battle for more as they come there off corner. Number 1 and 2, the 28 of Jeff Sharp there. Working now down that back straightaway. Bachman out front, Green second, Christopherson there on that high side in 3rd. Green working underneath of Bachman. Can't quite get there as of yet. Off of turn number 2, down that back straightaway. Bachman trying to protect himself here as they go through 3 and 4. Going to protect that slider. Green now going to get a little bit of a run there on the bottom side, but not enough. Sam Bachman gets the win here at Lucas Oil for the GG Drywall Servicing Pro Late Models. Oh man, what a night there for Christopherson. Up 9 position where he started. He started clear back at 12. Got himself up here in the 3rd. Unfortunate night for Zach Chapman as he had a great run going. Just unfortunate that he found that infield tire, and they don't play nice, those infield tires. I was waiting there for Barber to find him, but he didn't. Or not Barber, Bachman, sorry. Bachman to find it, but he didn't. Here comes your results in. Let's take a look at them. Your feature results are going to be Sam Bachman getting that win. Sean Green there in 2nd. Clay Christopherson there 3rd. Jeff Sharp 4th. William Watson 5th. Shane Billings there in 6th. Ryan Elsey there 7th. Jeff Parker in 8th. Matt Barber in 9th. Zach Chapman in 10th. Pat Boyce there in 11th. Scott Riom in 12th. Gary Bazine there in 13th. That is your finishing order. We will get with your winners here. And we'll start with Clay Christopherson there in the number 51. Good evening there, Clay. How's it going? Christopherson, you there?
Yes, sir.
There you are. How's it going tonight?
Pretty good.
Well, we noticed you skipped your heat race, so you ended up starting at the back. What was it like coming up through that field here tonight?
The car was pretty tight at first, and then I kind of got into rhythm, and now the car felt really good. That last restart, it felt really good. I wish I had a few more laps.
Well, I mean, you look like you were gaining on the guys in front, just unfortunately, like you said, not enough laps to really get up there and work out anything. But, I mean, still coming up from the back in the 3rd is still a pretty good feat here tonight.
Yeah, like I said, the car felt great, and, I mean, we moved up quite a ways, so I can't complain about that.
Well, what was your thoughts on the track here at Lucas Oil tonight?
I think it was fairly racy. Sam said he could go up top at 1 and 2, and I personally was around bottom 1 and 2, and then top 3 and 4 But bottom 3 and 4 seemed like it was coming alive at the end there.
Well, you definitely look great out there. You got sponsors, shout-outs, people you want to thank.
Yeah, all you guys for putting this on, all the guys at FTM and Swan Speed Shop for 358 and big block sets.
All right, great job there tonight, and we'll see how it goes for you next week there, Clay.
Thank you, sir.
That's Clay Christopherson, your third place finisher. Now we'll get with Sean Green. Good evening there, Sean. How's it going?
Good, you?
It's going well. How do you think your night's going?
So far, so good. I ended up pretty good there. I'll take that. Second place. I don't come out very often, but I will take that.
Well, you look like you had a great time there tonight, and got that thing up there in the second. Unfortunately, didn't look like you had much left there for Sam, though, out front.
No, Sam had it hooked up good all night long. He was fast, and I had a little line there towards the end there, but it just ran out of time.
Yeah, you guys look like you were battling hard up there up front, and it was great racing all the way around here tonight at Lucas Oil.
Yes, it was.
Well, you got sponsors, shout-outs, people you want to thank for getting second tonight.
I'd like to thank Coast to Coast for putting the league on. Is it G&G Drywall for sponsoring the race here, and then obviously you for broadcasting here, and then that's about it.
Alrighty, well, hopefully you can carry some of this momentum into next week as the season progresses here at Coast to Coast.
Yes, I hope so.
So you have a great night and a better weekend.
Thank you.
That's Sean Green. Now we'll get with the man of the hour, Sam Bachman, in victory lane here tonight. Good evening here, Sam. How's it going?
Oh, it's going pretty good. How about you?
It's going well. Are you the one that won big blocks, or who couldn't Shaggy chase down?
Oh, that was me. I mean, someone was talking to me after the race, and I totally spaced it out. So that's kind of me. I told Shaggy came in our Discord, and I told him I was sorry or whatever. But yeah, I totally spaced it out.
Got a little spaced out after your big block win, and come in here to get the win here in the Pro Late Models tonight.
Oh, yeah, I just tried to run the same line as I did in the big blocks and 358s or whatever, and it felt like it was pretty good or whatever, so I kind of just tried to stick to that, and got a little lucky with Shaggy or whatever hitting that tire or whatever, which kind of sucks. Him and I are having a pretty good battle or whatever, throwing sliders, but it is what it is, I guess. But it was a good race overall. It was pretty fun battling with Shaggy when we did those 7 laps or whatever.
Well, the way you two were throwing sliders, I think there might have been a few viewers trying to take bets on who was going to be the first to catch that infield tire.
Yeah, there was a couple times I was getting pretty close to it, and I know I hit it a couple times in practice or whatever, but I was trying to get it out of the way for the feature and all that. So, but yeah, you kind of had to get pretty down there and kind of throw a slider or whatever, but yeah, it was kind of sketchy sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, Shaggy TV, he was definitely giving it his all tonight.
Oh yeah, yes he was.
You think had he not gone up into that higher stuff on that, turn 3 and 4, you think it might have been a little bit different race?
Oh yeah, but 3 and 4 it's just always feels like it's always up top. 1 and 2, I mean, it's a little different. Sometimes it's the top, sometimes it's the middle, sometimes it's the bottom. But I mean, all the lines in 1 and 2 felt pretty good. I just wish there was something on the bottom of 3 and 4 or whatever.
Yeah, it seemed like you had a fine line to run through 3 and 4 to where you didn't want to get way, too far up to where it leveled off. You wanted to be right on that cushion if you could.
Yeah, and it's pretty flat up there, so I mean, there's really not a good cushion, I would say, but I mean, it's considered a cushion, but it's really a flat cushion, and if you go over, it's going to make you pay for
it. Not quite as bad as Lernerville's, though.
Yeah, definitely. Lernerville, you're gone.
Now, Lernerville, you jump that cushion, you're going for a ride.
Yes, sir.
Man, it was a fun night tonight, and you got sponsors, shout-outs, people you want to thank for getting that victory?
Oh, yeah, all the boys over at FTM. Gunnar at Swan Speed Shop. He's really been working hard on the dig. Dean over at Super Dirt Car Series, Expert Installation, Vertex Graphics, GG Drywall Services, Shaggy TV, obviously, YouTube Flieger for doing the broadcast, and Coast to Coast.
All right, great job there tonight, Sam, and we'll see how it goes next week for you. You have yourself a great night and a better weekend.
Thank you, sir. You too.
All right, that's Sam Bachman. They're getting the win tonight in both the big blocks and the pro late models. Thank you all for tuning in here to Coast Racing Network and over at Flieger Farm TV if you did. And we will catch you tomorrow night at Flieger Farm TV. We take on more Friday night short track racing with the SRA Racing League. So don't be afraid to miss that, as tonight we see all here that we had with us the Coast to Coast Thursday Night Thunder. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you next week here at Coast to Coast.